Hello there, welcome to the stream. We'll be getting started here in a little bit. My intentions are here just to do a little flight on the Mooney Ovation from Alabama on X-Plane 11. And it looks like LA Center just came online, so we'll probably be doing it live on VATSIM as well. Might as well get the whole immersion out of it, right? So let me see where I have the chat. Okay. I need to get myself another monitor too, so I already have two, but I need to connect another one so that I can be watching the chat. It doesn't get covered up by other things here. Alright, so let me I'm gonna say what my intentions are here, and then we'll see if we can follow through with them. So let me bring up the Google Chrome here. I need to assign some hotkeys also for just so that I can be able to, you know, turn on cameras on and off and all kinds of good stuff like that. Alright, so it looks like we do have coverage here in LA Center. We are located here in Long Beach Airport, which apparently there's one departure there. I haven't filed a flight plan, so that was probably this guy that left. So anyways, we have controllers in LA Center and LAX and San Diego. But my plan was actually just to get a departure out of Long Beach here. Let me switch it to the VFR view here. So basically just get a departure out of Long Beach and then go along the ocean here, go to the Seal Beach VOR, then go along pretty much along the 91 freeway, go up to Pomona, and then just go along the mountains over to Burbank. And I'm going to be basically avoiding the Class Bravo airspace of Los Angeles. So the only thing is basically that I have to stay below 5,000 here, below 6,000 in this area here, and then we'll be out of the Bravo right here for a little bit, and then I will be back into it underneath it here. But I plan to be at 6,500 feet right here, so we should be able to remain underneath it. And then once we get to the Pomona VOR and head westbound, we'll be outside of it again, and we shouldn't need to come into it anymore after that. So the weather right now at Long Beach, it looks like it's winds are 280 at 7 knots. So I'll probably just use runway 26 at Long Beach here, which will be this one right here. I'm parked somewhere right here by the control tower, so it'll be a short taxi and then go out to the west. And then at Burbank, it looks like I have 360 at 8 knots. It looks pretty cloudy out here right now, so it says that there's it says that it's clear, but I live pretty close to Long Beach and I see a lot of clouds, so I'm not sure what's going on here. And this is occurring right now. So anyway, we'll get back into that. Let me go ahead and get my X-Pilot and we'll connect to VATSIM. Alright, so we're going to connect as 531 Victor X-Ray on the Mooney. And then I'll just do a little flight plan here. Alright, let me check the chat real quick here to see if there's anybody. Nope, nobody has said anything yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep on going. Alright, so let's see. So basically we're gonna do a VFR flight from Long Beach to Burbank, and we're not gonna put any alternates. They say they don't care about the departure time. I'm just gonna put 40 minutes en route, just no 30 minutes, because we're gonna go the long way. I'll put that we have 3 hours of fuel. I think we plan to cruise at about 160 knots. So I'll just go ahead and put that. And my top altitude will be 6,500 feet. So let's see the route. I'm just gonna put SLI to Pomona. All right. I'll just put request flight following. And that's it. That should be it. So I'll go ahead and file it now. Well, there's a lot of traffic at LAX, so that's kind of cool. Alright, so sometimes I wonder if it's not better just to not put the camera that's over here. You know, that way it doesn't block the airplane, but that's okay. Well, we'll just go ahead and get started with my checklist here. So parking brake is set. Let's see, it is. Fuel selector, we'll put it on. Oh, actually that's not the beginning of it. I started on the other page. Hold on, let me make sure first of all that I'm gonna put real weather. And I'm just gonna change the time a little bit so that it doesn't get dark on us here. Alright. Oh wow, there is no clouds. Alright, so gear selector is down. Alternate static air is off. Yes. Ignition switch is off. Master switch, turn it on. Check the fuel quantity. Oops. We have 23. Okay, let me make sure that that's off so it doesn't interrupt again. It's not even supposed to be on. Alright, let's go. Alright, so fuel quantity is good. We got 23 gallons in each tank. The battery voltage, it always says it's 24. Well, 23.9. And let me see if I switch the battery. It shows the same on both of them. Standby vacuum. I don't think this one works. I have checked it before and I don't think it does anything. When I click on it, it doesn't show anything here. But even when the airplane is running, the pitot heat, so let's see. We'll just wait and pretend that we touched it and that it's warm. The trim should be neutral, so that's, yeah, that looks pretty good right there. And the flaps, put them down and we check them out. Okay, so they did go down. And then turn off the master switch again. So we're just gonna pretend that we did all the walk around and we checked everything, checked the fuel for contaminants and for water, and check all the hinges on the flaps and the elevators and the rudder, and everything looks good. So we already did all that. So passengers, we briefed them on basically on the seatbelt use and all that. The cabin door is locked, so oops. If we wanted to just make sure, we just go ahead and open it and close it. And the parking brake is set. Our light is on here. The fuel selector, we'll put it on the right tank. The gasculator, it doesn't work on this airplane unfortunately, but basically we would put it on the right tank, drain it for 5 seconds, then we would switch it to the left tank and pull the ring again to drain it for 5 seconds, but it's not modeled here. So the gear selector, once again, we check it's down. Circuit breakers, they're all in, and I don't think any of these are modeled either, so it doesn't really matter. Electrical equipment is all off. Yep, everything's good. Ignition switch is off. Alternate air for the second time again, it's off. The propeller is full in. The mixture is an idle cutoff. And now we can turn on our master switch. And our alternator, we turn on our beacon light. Okay, and I also like to turn on my nav lights on, and then throttle goes to 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch. We can put the mixture full rich and prime. Now that's another thing on this airplane that I've noticed. I can't get a fuel pump switch to work, even though on every other airplane it works. It doesn't work on this one, and I already tried changing the data ref and the command and everything in the SATEC panel's configuration file, but it doesn't work. And either way, if I do this fuel boost pump, I don't even get any reading, so I don't even think this one works. And this one right here, it does work. At least I've noticed. Yeah, so now we got a little bit of fuel flow, 2.35. So we just do that for 5 seconds and then turn it off. Put the mixture back out. Okay, where am I? Now we can go ahead and open up the window and yell prop clear, and then we can turn on our airplane here. Mixture goes to full rich, 1,000 RPMs, and we'll check our oil pressure immediately, and it's in the green, so it's good. And we can go ahead and lean back a little bit. We'll try to keep the EGT in the blue range there. Alright, so keep it at about 1,000 RPMs there. We can raise up our flaps. Test our annunciator panel, which is this little switch. Oops. It's really hard to see it from this angle. Let's see. There we go. So it looks like all the little lights are working, so it's all good. And there's a lot of buttons and switches and everything here that I have not been able to configure because they have custom data refs and commands. The problem with that is that SimVim Cockpit doesn't allow you to change a lot of the default. So luckily, a lot of them do work. But let's say, for example, that let's say the course didn't work because it uses a custom data ref, and I wanted to change it. It won't allow me to because SimVim Cockpit thinks that every single function should work out of the box. And so there's certain ones that they don't let you change. They're not editable. So as a result, I can get some of those things to work. I'm hoping that someday that will change and that we'll be allowed to make changes as needed in order for us to be able to use every functionality that we can. So, hey, what's up, David? You're here. I didn't even see you here until right now. How long have you been here? Can you do me a favor? Can you please let me know if the engine is too loud again, because I'm still trying to nail down those settings that won't drown out my voice. Alright, so where were we at here? So tested. Oh, we can arm the ELT, which actually is already... It doesn't really have an arm, it just has a test and a reset. So that'll work. We gotta turn on our avionics. Actually on this airplane for some reason it doesn't have to turn on your avionics switch until you're almost getting ready to taxi, but yeah, you need to basically set in the transponder code and all that. Alright, so this one, you know, has the mod luckily for the GTN 750, so that's cool. So this is where we're parked, and I'm assuming that we're gonna use runway 26 left, which is right here. So we'll just have a very short taxi on Foxtrot here, and I'll go ahead and put my 1200 transponder code for now. So 1200, and it is on altitude. Yeah, it's on standby. It shows that it's on standby, so I have to move this in order for it to go to mode C, but now it is, so that's good. Oh look, we got SoCal approach now, so I guess we'll be talking to him on 124.5. So now that we got avionics on, we can go ahead and turn on all the radios, and I'll just go ahead and put 124.5 on COM 1 here. Alright, and in case, I think LA Center was also online, so in case that he shouldn't, you know, but in case he gets offline or he transfers us, he should probably send us to 125.8. So I'll go ahead and put that as a standby here on COM 1. Alright, so we'll go ahead and call him and get a clearance here. I don't know where I left my... I had my little notepad. I'll be right back. Okay, I always have my little notepad to write, you know, any instructions that they give me, but I keep, I don't know what I messed up. Let me see. I'm flying from Long Beach to Burbank. So let me see, I'll show you, I know you weren't here a little while ago. I'll show you what my plan is. Let me just bring it over to the other screen. Alright, so my plan is to take off here from Long Beach. LAX is right here. So I'm gonna take off from Long Beach. I'm gonna do a left crosswind departure. Then I'll go out close to the beach over here, to the ocean. I'll go to the SLI VOR, the Seal Beach, and then I'm just gonna basically fly outbound until I get to the Pomona, like 164-degree radial, and then I'll just go underneath the Bravo here, and then I'm just gonna follow the Pomona VOR outbound on the 266 radial, and basically just stay out of the Bravo all the way through. And then Burbank, I believe they'll probably have us landing north because the winds are coming from the north. So that's my plan right now. So Long Beach Airport to Burbank. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see the route on those. It's a lot easier to see it on the instrument chart, huh? But I'm just gonna do it VFR. Oh, cool. Thank you for doing that. Maybe, hopefully somebody else will show up as well. I don't know exactly how this works because right now if I look at the YouTube page, it says that 4 people are watching, but I'm not sure if it counts me as one of them because of the whatchamacallit, OBS. So I'm not really sure if it counts me or maybe even 2 of those viewers as, you know, myself. But anyway, so let me go ahead and call this guy on 124.5 and see what he says. Do me a favor, since you're still here, if you can please let me know, you know, like I said before, if the audio is way too... Oh, Zach, how are you? I know you. If you can please let me know if the ATC is too loud or if the engines are too loud or something. See, I don't even know if I have the ATC. Let's see. Okay. There it is. So the ATC should be on that one. Okay, let's see how it sounds right now when I contact them. As you guys know, I don't do this very often, so I'm still trying to narrow everything down and get all the settings correct and everything. Oh, Dave Wright. How are you, Dave? Long time no see again. But actually, every time I have streamed, you have been here, so you're a very regular here with the few times that I've done it. Let's see what ATC tells me here. SoCal approach, Mooney 531 Victor X-ray, VFR request. Let's see. Oh, that's not good. For some reason, this thing always resets to my other headset.
Given sight, center maintain 2600.
Okay.
Field inside and descend maintain 2600, Delta 3698.
Delta 3698, cleared visual approach runway 24 right.
Cleared visual 24 right, Delta 3698.
He sounds pretty busy, huh? Let's see if he doesn't blow me off and tell me he can't do VFR flight following.
WestJet 303, turn left direct clipper, resume departure.
Turn left direct clipper, WestJet 303.
SoCal approach, Mooney 531 Victor X-ray, VFR request.
Aircraft calling SoCal, carrier wave only, no voice.
What? Carrier only, huh?
Cat 86 heavy, a tornado, cleared ILS 25 left approach.
Let's see. Oh god, it didn't change it. There we go.
Cat 86 heavy, a tornado, cleared ILS 25 left approach.
Third time's a charm.
Cat 86 heavy, request visual approach runway 25 left. Cat 86, you can expect the visual approach to 25 left. I need you to join the ILS though, and once you're for the field in sight, you can fly the visual at that point. At Tornado, join the ILS 25 left approach routing only, and I'll get you the visual as soon as I can.
Well, I'm glad you got the airfoil loves. I really like that airplane, Zach.
Runway 25 left. Cat 86 heavy. Cat 86 heavy, negative. That's not what I told you at all. Alright, disregard. Expect the visual approach runway 25 left. Descend to maintain 5000. Descend to maintain 5000. Expect visual approach runway 25 left. Got a 86 heavy. WestJet 303, climb, correction, contact LA Center 125.8, good day.
Over to center, thanks so much, WestJet 303.
Alright.
American 1546, cross
He's not going to take care of me.
Ground the other side, 0.75, good day. Cross Juliet and contact ground at 121 decimal 75, have a nice new year.
Let me get rid of this. Hold on. So carrier...
Listen, VFR flight following to Lindbergh, please. 67922, roger. The gentleman altimeter 3015. Clear Bravo airspace now. Hawthorne Delta transition approved. Resume on navigation and appropriate vehicle route.
Okay, I lowered the volume. Carrier only, it means basically that he can see that somebody's keying up and talking, but he doesn't hear anything. He just sees that somebody's talking. And as you probably noticed, it was because I had the Jabra microphone selected, which I'm not using right now. I'm using the Logitech. So he could hear that I was trying to say something, but he couldn't hear what I was saying. Basically, that's what carrier only means. Let's see.
Delta 3698, wind 240 at 10, runway 24 right, clear land. Delta 3698, runway 24 right, clear land, wind 240 at 10.
How is the ATC volume compared to my volume?
Southwest 32, cross 24 left, join, correction, disregard, cross 24 left and contact ground 0.75 on the other side.
Yeah, this is the same airplane, Zach. It's the exact same Mooney, but for X-plane. And it's actually the exact same airplane. If you look at the cockpit and everything, I mean, it is exactly the same as the MSF S1.
At 86 heavy flight present heading Los Angeles Airport, 10 to 11 o'clock at approximately 20 miles of ICO.
Oh, you got the IR5? That's cool. I have mine, but I have not even bothered to use it. It kind of made me nauseous when I tried it, so I just said, the hell with it. I'm not going to even deal with that. And you know what I didn't like is when I had that connected, I couldn't use my keys, you know, all my keys for the views. So if I wanted to just, you know, go through all my different views like this with this little keypad here, it wouldn't let me. So I was really upset about that. And I said, nah, I'm not going to use it.
Yeah, the 86 heavy, turn 10 degrees left, set to maintain 3,000.
I probably just need more time to get used to it.
3,600.
Alright. Let me see if I can get a word in now. SoCal approach, Mooney 531 Victor X-ray.
November 531 Victor X-ray, go ahead.
Good morning, sir. I'm here, or afternoon. I'm here at Long Beach. I would like a taxi to the active for VFR departure to the east. Negative flight following. I know you're kind of busy.
531 Victor X-ray, roger. I can do radar service. It's no problem if you like it.
Okay, that'll be fine. Yeah, I'm going to Burbank and I have the weather here at Long Beach.
For 531 Victor X-ray, roger. Runway. Actually, let me ask you this: how do you plan on transitioning to Bravo? Are you going to take the mini route?
No, I have a VFR flight plan filed, but I'm actually going to go eastbound to the Pomona VOR underneath the Bravo shelf and then go west from there.
Number 1 Victor X-ray, roger. That's perfect. Runway 30, taxi via Delta, squawk 4732.
Okay, taxi runway 30 via Delta and squawk 4732 for 531 Victor X-ray. 4732.
Yeah, the 86 heavy, the Los Angeles Airport now, 11 o'clock and 15 miles. Give it safe. Got the 86 heavy, thanks. Additionally, there's traffic at your 12 to 1 o'clock at approximately 10 miles. It's a citation out of 5,800 westbound.
Okay, so let's go. So
Yeah, the 86 heavy, roger. Clear visual approach.
Park and break off.
Left advise you have the traffic. He'll be for the north complex.
all right. Yeah, he didn't tell me Foxtrot Delta. I don't know why, because I'm you know, near Foxtrot, but I'm kind of far away from Delta, so. So I was playing around with making a comparison between the Microsoft Flight Simulator mixture, exhaust gas temperature, and fuel burn and all that, and this one, and it does behave a little bit different. But there's one thing I really need to get cleared up from somebody that knows about the Mooney, if it's okay to fly with exhaust gas temperature.
Delta 3698, cross 24 left and contact ground 0.75.
Cross 24 left and over the ground. Thanks, Delta 3698.
Oops. Oh. I think I was about to cross into the... Oh no, this is the runway that no longer exists. It hasn't got updated yet. I thought I almost made a boo-boo.
Got the 86 Heavy up the traffic now, 1 to 2 o'clock at approximately 5 miles southwestbound for the North Complex.
Yeah, thanks a lot for coming in. And thank you, David, for posting that. I never post anything anywhere, you know. It's like I just.
Got the 86 Heavy, roger. Cancel approach clearance, fly present heading, climb maintain 4,000.
I need to get better at promoting myself, I guess.
Got the 86 Heavy.
I don't even need the whole runway, but let's see. SoCal approach Mooney 531 Victor X-ray. Is it okay if I do a runway 30 Delta 3 intersection departure here?
531 Victor X-ray, not a problem. Hold short 30 Delta 3.
Okay, I'll hold short 30 Delta 3. Mooney 531 Victor X-ray. Okay, yeah, I don't need a 10,000 foot runway. So, let's do our run up here. So, parking brake on. Okay. Fuel selector to the richest tank. So, we'll go to the left one. Mixture full rich. RPM 2000.
Kilo November, roger. You're still below radar coverage.
Wow, that's probably pretty loud out there, huh? Okay. 2000. I'll just turn this fuel pump on real quick. So check the magnetos. Okay. Fuel pump off.
Got the 86 Heavy, showing you 4,400. The instruction was climb to 4,000. Make sure your altimeter is set properly. LA altimeter 3016. Turn right heading 050.
Okay, the prop is working good. No errors in the annunciator panel.
That transmission was not for you. Listen for the call sign, please. Cat 86 Heavy, turn right heading 0 at 5050.
Okay, it looks like everything's good. We're ready to go. This is another custom Long Beach airport. It's pretty nice, but unfortunately they haven't.
Altimeter 3016. Expect 25 left. Fly present heading. Vector final approach course. Descend and maintain 10,000.
Yeah, so unfortunately they haven't got rid of those runways that no longer exist. And I just bought it not too long ago, and those runways have been out of operation
501 Kilo November right now.
for a long time already. So to answer your question about the Christmas, Dave Wright, it was okay, but I actually I had to end up, either way I wasn't gonna go visit, you know, family or anything, but I had to end up going to work in the Bay Area up in San Francisco. So yeah, it was just traveling on Christmas Day, and I worked on the 26th and came back on the 27th.
Got the 86 Heavy, turn right now heading 080. 080, got the 86 Heavy.
Alright, let's see. That's that thing. See if I don't get in trouble this time, huh? I really need to be able to put some of my knobs, you know, so that I can do the lighting here, just to make it easier. I have a lot of them. So, oh, you know, one thing I did not do is I didn't put the correct altimeter set in here.
For 501 Kilo November, radar contact 5 miles south of Lindbergh Airport, altimeter 3016. Resume on navigation via Bravo your discretion outside Bravo airspace.
3015. There we go. And I didn't put anything into the GTN either, so I'm just gonna basically just fly by the seat of my pants.
300, send a maintain 8,000. Got the 86 Heavy, turn right heading 180. Right heading 180.
So we're gonna track the Seal Beach VOR. I think it's gonna be like the 200 and let me see what I got here. Once again. So we're just gonna basically start on the 251-degree radio of the Seal Beach VR, and then I'll just do the opposite, the 74-degree.
334 Papa Tango, SoCal approach, radar contact, altimeter 3016.
And then I'll switch over to the 58, just to be kind of following along that airway. And then once we intercept the Pomona VR 164 radio, we'll make our turn northbound. So Pomona is 110.4. And
501 Kilo November, state intentions after the bay tour.
so 110.4.
501 Kilo November, roger, clear to Bravo airspace and advise ready to
So it'll be 164. 64.
501 Kilo November, are you done with your bay tour?
That's pretty close. And then this one is gonna be the
Advise when you're done with the bay tour, and then you'll get a
74.
Sorry, a frequency change will over tower. Just remain with me for now. Clear to
Oops.
Bravo airspace.
So 74.
Cat 86, descend to maintain 2,600, turn right turn heading 250, report the field in sight, 12 o'clock, 10 miles.
I think he forgot about me already.
Cat 86, heavy, cleared visual approach, runway 25 left.
See you in a bit, Mr. Zach.
Turn left heading 280, join the 25 left localizer, descend to maintain 5,000.
You're working today, Mr. Dave?
KLM 124 heavy, you can expect 24 right.
This guy is so busy right now. I don't think I'm gonna be able to. He said he can provide a. There we go. 521 Victor X-ray is ready.
531 Victor X-ray, runway 30, Delta 3, clear for takeoff, right cross and departure approved.
Okay, runway 30, Delta 3 clear for takeoff. 531 Victor X-ray.
We're 334, Papa Tango, flighting 180.
I think my landing light switch doesn't turn.
Heading 010, 010 heading, right turn. Alright, 010.
Okay. Oh, he told me right cross when departure. I kind of wanted to do a left, but that's fine.
Cat 86 heavy, runway 25 left, clear to land.
Oh, it closed my window for me.
KLM 124 heavy, fly present heading, vector final approach course, descend to maintain 2,600.
Alright. It's warning me about traffic that's probably like 10 miles away.
Localizer now, clear direct gate, cross gate at about 5,000, clear to island 25 left approach.
Traffic.
Los Angeles depart or SoCal departure, this is America 210, fully short of 25 right. 334 Papa Tango, clear Bravo airspace, resume navigation and appropriate view for altitude outside the Bravo airspace, state intention. Alright, cleared up here. Flight following southward. 4 Papa Tango, roger, altimeter 3016. 531 Victor X-ray ident.
531 Victor X-ray identity.
531 Victor X-ray, radar contact, resume navigation and appropriate view for altitude outside Bravo airspace, altimeter 3016.
Okay, I'll resume my own navigation and remain clear of the Bravo 531 Victor X-ray.
Los Angeles departure, this is American 210, fully short of 25 right. American 210, runway 25 right, line up await, short delay for arriving traffic, parallel.
So that guy up there, I
Here's
think
1 Kilo November, Roger, County Clipper Tower, 1.3.
that guy was going to Palomar, which is by San Diego. This guy over here. So for now, we'll just go up to 5,500. Actually, as soon as we get out of this airspace here. So this one is 6,000, this one is 5,000 right here. So we gotta stay below 5,000 for a little bit longer. And then we can go up to 6,000.
American 210, runway 25 right, clear for takeoff, RNAV doctor. Clear for takeoff, American 210.
I might as well, I think.
Flight 403, runway 25 left, clear land, wind 24010, traffic parts and parallel Friday arrival.
I'll go to 4,500 to go out of the Class Charlie of John Wayne as well.
Cathay 86 heavy, contact ground point 75. Ground point 75,
Okay. Turn off the taxi lights and that. Like I said, my landing lights don't want to work with my switches. Actually, they did. Oh, interesting. Thought they didn't work, and they are working right now. Does my comm also work with MSF 2020? You mean?
531 Victor X-ray, traffic 12 o'clock and 2 miles, the northeast bound, that's the 152, 5,200.
531 Victor X-ray has that traffic in sight.
For 907, correction 67922, traffic 9 o'clock and less than a mile is a Mooney southeast bound, 3,500 climbing, has you in sight. 922, I have a Oh my god.
Somebody just said, "Oh my God." What is going on here? Alright, let's see. I have, oh, I have the wrong VR there, that's why. Okay. 115.7. So I gotta go to 58 degrees. So that's about 60 right there. That'll work. So yeah, it does.
124, turn right turn heading to.
Oh, right above my throttles.
Right on 210.
I'm not sure which comms you're talking about. You're not talking about.
124, indicator airspeed.
Are you talking about all the switches here for the autopilot and everything on the Bravo throttle quadrant?
Right. 10. Clear then 1. Okay, negative. That's the wrong heading. It's the 210 heading.
Hello,
right,
Drew.
210 and stay indicated airspeed.
Long time no see.
Okay, 210. Clear then 1.
25.
Stay indicated airspeed.
Alright, so let's start. I forgot totally about my
KLM
mixture.
124 heavy. How fast are you going? 250 knots. KLM 124 heavy. Reduce speed to 210 knots when able. American 210, radar contact, altitude. 5,000. American 210,
Alright,
thank
so-
you. Climb maintain 17,000, clear TV to departure.
So I'll put the Pomona VR here on COM 2, on NAV 2,
Clear TV to departure.
and we're gonna be trying to get the 164 radio for that one. Alright, so we're coming up on 5,000, so we can go up to 5,500 on this shelf because it's 6,000 to 10,000 here in this area that I'm in, I believe. So yeah, this one. Okay, there's
4 Papa Tango and our left base.
the Class Charlie.
And state tension. Are you going to be doing the option or full stop? Alright, that's the left base for runway 24 Palomar.
Actually, I just got out.
Set to go for 24
I just got out of the 6,000 shelf.
Set to go, like to proceed back southbound and back to Lindbergh.
Okay.
4 Papa Tango, Roger, runway 24, clear, touch and go, left cross for departure approved.
So we're on the 58 degree radial
Touch and go
of
and,
the
left
Seal
cross
Beach
for
VR.
You want radar service, tag Lindbergh.
Alright, so
KLM 124, turn right heading 240.
Alright, heading for
so we'll trim it out right here, try to stay at 5,500. Once we turn northbound to go towards Pomona VR, we'll go up to
Yeah,
6,005.
like a full stop bulletin and
And this is Orbix SoCal right here, so it looks pretty nice.
6700, did you say the last half of the transmission? Yeah, the reason for the full stop, we're going to go ahead and pull off.
Okay.
6700, roger, no left downwind runway 24. Left downwind 24 is the center.
Oh, that one doesn't have it doesn't have to switch frequencies and all that, David. It just has it has all the autopilot functions basically. So let me lean back just a hair. So basically, with this one, you can change the airspeed, the course, the heading, the vertical speed, and the altitude for the autopilot. But it doesn't have any comms right here
And then that is going to be disconnecting on the runway.
on the Bravo.
700,
And these switches right here, you can use for different things. You know, like toggle switches, just like.
1 Victor X-ray and carrying off 3014.
Okay, 3014, 531 Victor X-ray. 3014, so there's 3014. Okay, so yeah, so I don't do any of the comms with this. I do them with this over here. And they do work because I have a little program called SPAT Next, and that allows me to be able to interface with this, and so everything is working with the FS 2020. Oops, there we go. We gotta keep following this radio here on nav 1. So, see, like all these things that I'm doing right here, like changing the heading here. If I wanted to change the course, you know, right here.
24, the Los Angeles Airport at your 12 o'clock in 1 miles. Advise when you have the field sight.
So all those things don't work with FS 2020. Everything that I did up here.
124, thank you. Clear visual approach, runway 24 right. You're going to be 24 right. That's the north complex.
So yeah, all that doesn't work. Everything that I made custom with the SimBim cockpit, everything over here, these things down here. And you know what? Let me remove this logo here.
Your flight 403 cross 25 right into land.
Nope, not that one.
5.75, good night.
That one right there. Yeah, so all these things down here, this one over here on this side, none of that works with MSFS 2020, unfortunately. So
722, runway 24, clear to land.
all right, this thing trims out pretty good. I'm not even using autopilot, and it's just you know, it's holding pretty good right there.
Sergeant 575,
So-
heavy SoCal.
So this is a Pomona. This is a Pomona VOR, so we should be coming up on it right now. Yeah, we are. You see, it's already coming up on number 2. So I'll go ahead and
575 heavy, roger. Runway 25 left, clear for takeoff, RNF hyper, wind 24010. KLM 124 heavy, I show you moving further south here for 24 right to north complex. You have 24 right in sight.
all right.
KLM 124, roger, you're moving away from that runway.
So we'll go ahead and climb up to 6,500 now, since we're kind of heading westbound. What a nice view. All these little hills that are just so dry, but they're pretty nice. The textures actually look pretty good. If it wasn't for Orbix and Ortho, I would probably be more leaning to fly MSFS, but I think because of, you know, all this Orbix and all that, it does make it pretty enjoyable to fly on the X-plane. So let me put the VOR on number 1 now. So the course is about, oops, Okay, so right about there. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect since we're not on an IFR flight plan anyway, so it's all good. Continue climbing up. It's amazing how you just add a little bit of power and it just goes up to over 1,000 feet a minute.
575 heavy radar contact altitude.
Radar contact, Roger 575. Thank you for services and happy new year.
Stay altitude. Stay with me.
Oh, apologies. Remain hold altitude, Roger 575.
No. Just tell me what your altitude is so I can verify.
Apologies, I'm passing 3,000 feet now.
Roger 575 heavy. Thank you. Turn right correct now. This climb maintain 8,000.
Turn right, climb maintain 8,000. Roger 575.
Alright, so here we are at 6,500. Now this is the altitude we'll remain at for the rest of the flight. Until we start descending into Burbank, of course. So there's our Pomona VOR right here. So we're basically tracking straight for it. And then once we get to that, we'll just start heading westbound, like maybe, what is it, the 300 radio or something like that. So we'll just basically go outside of the Bravo the entire way, the rest of the way. And I'm sure that guy will appreciate that we don't disturb his approaches into LAX. I was wondering if I could see any, but haven't really noticed any.
Approach KLM 124.
Oops.
Please approach.
KLM 124, KLM 124, you attempted to land at the wrong airport. You attempted to land at Hawthorne.
Oh no,
Climb maintain 4,000. Fly press heading.
that's a very small airport. I don't know how.
Climb maintain 4,000. Orange heading KLM 124.
I think that poor guy has been lost the entire time. He's been trying to get him.
521 Victor X-ray, the Burbank altimeter 3014, be a full stop.
Yes sir, full stop and 3014, 531 Victor X-ray. Okay, altimeter's the same, so
For 1 Victor X-ray, Burbank reporting with 150 at 5. 10 miles visibility, clear skies. The runway 8 or 15, your choice. Let me know which one.
I'll take runway 8, 531 Victor X-ray.
531 Victor X-ray, roger, and a right downwind runway 8 before midfield.
Okay, right downwind for runway 8 and I'll report midfield, 531 Victor X-ray. Alright. I really need another monitor so I can keep the chat always visible.
175 Echo X-ray, SoCal approach.
I should put that one. I should put that one on my right hand side over here. Okay, let's take a look outside again here at the.
KLM 124, turn right turn heading 050.
Right 050 KLM 124.
That's Brackett Field down there. Pretty nice little uncontrolled airport. And then we got the 7,000 foot mountains up ahead. Oh look, looks like there's somebody there, probably in El Monte or something maybe. That's cool. Alright, so we are here at the Pomona VOR, so now we'll start tracking westbound, northwestbound. I think maybe that'll be, let me see if we put the 30. I think it's gonna be more like, let me get the chart out here. So it's gonna be like 266. Okay, that'll work. So 266. There's 270. That's close enough. There we go. That'll keep us out of the Bravo here. I think the controllers really appreciate when, you know, when we fly VFR and we somewhat know what we're doing, so they don't have to be you know, dealing with us getting into restricted airspace without permission and all that. And I think that really makes him happy, I guess, in a way.
Yes, 24 Papa Tango, let's follow there for full stop landing at 11. 334 Papa Tango, height in.
Okay, here comes a 266 radio here coming in on the Pomona
334
VR.
Papa Tango, radar contact 10 miles south of Palomar, Lumber altitude 3016.
Hey, what's up, Nate? I am definitely not the best, but but thank you for that, though. I'm just enjoying another little scenic flight here on X-Plane. I was thinking that maybe some of the guys that, you know, that do the SimVim cockpit stuff and all that, that they were probably going to come in and ask questions. That was the whole point of, you know, this particular stream. Is just that's why I have the camera views, in case anybody wanted to ask about any of this, you know, then I could probably answer some questions while I'm flying. But I am very glad that you guys are here, and I am very glad that you're getting a computer finally, Mr. Nate, so that you can join us on some of these flights. I mean, we don't have to necessarily do them on VATSIM until you're comfortable with it. Oops. I don't even know if any of this is too loud as far as like my engines and all that. Oops, I'm letting the VOR track off course a little bit here. So this guy that's down here below me, I think that is El Monte down there. Yeah, it looks like it. So this airplane on MSFS 2020 and here, it looks exactly the same. It's very, very high quality on both simulators. The only thing that I've been getting a lot of stuttering on MSFS 2020 lately, I'm not sure why, but oh, I love this airplane. Whoops. Yeah, every time I'm doing some view changes, I always end up turning or something because I'm manipulating the yoke here. And I lost about 100 feet almost of altitude too. Thank goodness it's not a check ride, or I would be very close to the limits there, at plus or minus 100.
KLM 124, turn right, heading 160.
Alright, fine.
So we're still just skirting right outside the Bravo right here. So that's good. This is a good radio to follow so that we don't get into the Bravo. And this one here is 4,000 to 10,000, and this one is 2,500 to 10,000. So we would definitely be in it if we were to stray.
Calling SoCal approach is under radar coverage. We need to climb a little bit higher.
So that should be Burbank down there, somewhere in that area. And then we have another airplane in Van Nuys.
178 Bravo Charlie is at signature on Van Nuys, high far to wind.
Sounds good. All right, that's good, Mr. Dave. Thank you very much.
Charlie, clear super question.
I think I'm getting.
Number 334, Papa Tango, connect with Tower 8.3 today. 8.3,
I think I'm getting all the volumes dialed in so that I know exactly where I should have them, so that one doesn't overtake the other. Yeah, look at how smooth it is. Look at how good it is. Like sometimes I don't even have to touch anything, and it just, as long as there's no crazy winds, it just flies pretty level. You know, if you have it trimmed out correctly, everything is just there.
Express 157, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb maintain 6,000.
Okay. I'm gonna start descending.
KLM 124, do you have the Los Angeles airport in sight at your 9 o'clock and 10 miles?
Oops. So I'll go down to 2,000 RPM,
I'm sorry, your 3 o'clock and 10 miles.
and I'll put the speed brake out, because if I don't, it's gonna go way over speed.
What level flight descent, sir?
Do you have the airport site?
So I'll try to descend at about
KLM 124, do you have the airport site?
about 1,000 feet per minute or so, or
KLM
1,200.
124, do you have the airport site?
That poor guy is giving the controller a headache.
Nice cloud. KLM 124.
KLM 124, descend and maintain 2,000.
Descend and maintain 2,000. KLM 124.
There's a little speed
KLM
brake.
124, let me know when you have the airport site.
Wiggle. KLM 124.
Those speed brakes actually help a lot. Like right now,
22 heavy, runway accurate, a little short, 25 left for landing, guys, sorry, 24 left, a little short, 24 left for landing traffic.
so I'm doing about 142 knots, descending at 1,300 feet a minute. If I don't have the speed brakes, it'll go to like 170.
8102 Sierra, Torrance, Bird Van Nuys, 11. 8102 Sierra, clearance to request, Trooper 2 is England. KLM 124 heavy, cleared visual approach to any runway in Los Angeles.
I have the runway side. KLM 124.
KLM 124, great, you're cleared to land on whatever runway you want, sir.
Let's land runway 4 right. KLM 124.
Oh, there's the Rose Bowl. It's funny that sometimes I have the fraps up, you know, so I can see how many frames a second I'm getting, and sometimes it shows up and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what it is that causes it to disappear, and it's always running. Apparently, I always have it on. Let me see. Actually, right now it's not, but let me see if it even shows.
Turn right during Oceanside or to my navigation.
It doesn't show up anyway, so oh well. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and level off at
Aircraft calling for VFR out of Santa Monica. Staying in your call center link.
It's Sierra 45, run Romeo Kilo.
Roger. You said your radar service Santa Barbara.
Yeah, we'd like to also to Santa Barbara. We're at Sierra SR22, flying Dolphins at like 4,500 feet.
alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and
451 Romeo Kilo, thanks. Squawk 4627, runway 21 taxi via Bravo.
4627 and 21 lab runway 400 meters.
so 2200 RPMs here. See if we can just keep it at about 3,000 feet here. I love this airplane, it is just so fast. It's pretty damn cool. So let's see if we can see the airport, yeah.
178 Bravo Charlie, clear to the J5 airport, you call 1 departure, call
There it is.
transition direct. Flying in, extend, maintain 4,000, and squawk 4745.
Sierra 178 Bravo, turn through to 1J Fox, Usual 1, Palmdale direct, climb to mid, except maintain 4,000 and 4745 on this code.
178 Bravo Charlie, read back is correct, advisory attack.
Alright, start slowing down, so I'll just go ahead and put on my speed brakes again.
And SoCal, did you copy 178 Bravo Charlie?
178 Bravo Charlie, affirm read back is correct, advisory attack.
4 lines, 178 Bravo Charlie.
Put my heading bug like on the 80 degrees for runway 8. Put my gear down so that we can start slowing down even more and switch my fuel tank now. I'll turn on my landing lights and everything now. SoCal Mooney 531 Victor X-rays midfield downwind for runway 8 Burbank. Okay.
And SoCal, Bear 178 Bravo Charlie, right taxi.
78 Bravo Charlie, where are you located on the field?
Our signature, we'll take 24 left if that's okay.
78 Bravo Charlie, that'll be north, just fine, runway 34 left, taxi via Bravo.
He didn't answer me.
34 left via Bravo, 174 Charlie.
And SoCal Mooney 531 Victor Extra is midfield downwind for runway 8 Burbank.
521 Victor Extra, runway 8 clear land.
Okay, runway 8 clear land 531 Victor Extra. Alright, so we got clear to land.
SoCal Bonanza 8154 Lima, got here at Santa Monica with a flight following at 10 5, 1.5.
See. Now my lights are on, good. I'll go mixture full rich.
KLM 124 SoCal.
Gear is down. Fuel is on the fullest tank. So we're good. We'll start lowering some flaps now. Let's see if I don't have a terrible landing here.
Lot 22, connect LA Tower 120.95.
Go ahead and get rid of our speed brakes now.
Yeah, it's 7480 if you're on this frequency, connect LA Tower 120.95. Over to Tower 7488.
Okay, we'll go ahead and turn downwind.
Call sign only.
Bonanza 81, that's my forward.
Oh, there's a Bonanza flying out here, like the one David likes to fly.
The aircraft calling at Gillespie with a request. Go ahead. Okay, now nobody responded. There's an aircraft calling at Gillespie. Go ahead with your request, sir. Alright, the other airplane at Santa Monica, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, now nobody wants to talk.
Poor controller,
Oh,
man.
yeah, Bonanza 81.
He's having a hell of a time.
On the ground, looking for flight following to Santa Barbara.
Remember 8154 Lima, what's your aircraft type and equipment setting?
Okay, go to flaps full.
We're a Beechcraft Bonanza and Nikon.
Remember 8154 Lima, runway 21, taxi via Bravo,
Whoa.
squawk 4740.
That was a little gust.
Alright, taxi 215 Bravo, squawk 4740, 8154 now.
SoCal approach, Dustin 704, UTL 4,
A little high, but that's
704
fine.
Yankee Alpha, go ahead.
704, UTL, Dustin 159 uniform. I'd like to pick up flight calling to Lynchburg at 3500, please.
Okay, it's coming up good. Add a little bit of power here.
Remember 704 Yankee Alpha, squawk 4676, runway 24, taxi via Alpha.
All right.
Squawk 4676, uniform via Alpha, going to
Good landing. Good, good, good.
SoCal Bear 178 Bravo Charlie, we're
Traffic.
working on this issue.
All right, let's see if we can make this taxiway.
78 Bravo Charlie, roger. Hold short 34 left and advise ready for departure.
We'll let you know already. Thanks, 178 Bravo Charlie. And Cirrus 45 Runway Rio Kilo, short of 21, record.
For 451 Kilo, correction, 451 Romeo Kilo, runway 21, line of weight, short delay for departing traffic at LA.
On up, wait, 21, Runway Kilo.
And SoCal Mooney 531 Victor X is just cleared runway 8. I'm just gonna taxi straight ahead here to signature.
531 Victor X, roger. So long.
Thank you for the ATC. Alright, so flaps up, landing lights and strobe lights off, and make sure lean a little bit. Just park here in front of this building here. Pretend like we're special, huh?
On 22, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 5,000.
Climb maintain 150.
Parking brake on. Let me see if we can follow the shutdown checklist here. Alright, so boost pump off. Oops. I didn't want to touch that. Alright, so flaps are up. Transponder goes back to standby. Oops. I think it's better like this. Standby. Alright, brakes are on.
737 Tango Yankee standby.
ELT. There's no way to disarm it, I guess, here, just to test it. Electrical equipment off, so we can turn off all the lights in the avionics. And then we go to 1000 RPM. Idle cut off. Ignition switch off. Masters off. And alternator off. And then we can go ahead and put all our static elements here so that we're secure. Well, that was pretty cool. It was a quick little flight. I think if I would have done that on the Cessna 172, it would have taken over an hour. But in this airplane, it was not bad at all. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, I actually did I don't have the landing rate monitor anymore. I took it off because I was always so disappointed by it, by my landing rates. But that one was actually pretty smooth. It's actually great. I think maybe you were pretty close on that negative 77 there, Dave. Well, I think that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I kind of felt like doing another one, but I better not because I need to go to work kind of early tomorrow. So I don't want to get into another hour or so, but I think that'll be it for this one. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me on this one, and maybe I will dare to do it more often in the future. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, you want to see a replay? That's right. I forgot I was on X-Plane. That's something we do have. Let me do that. Anyways, I know X-Pilot disconnects us as soon as you start the replay, but we'll just go ahead and disconnect ourselves. See, that's if I was a professional streamer, I would know about that. I would remember about the replay. Alright, so let's see. I guess we'll see it from the outside first, huh? And then we'll go inside. Let's see. I was pretty lined up already by then. I was a little high, and then I started just reducing my power. Doop. The wind is pretty good right now, so it doesn't have that much, effect on me right now. So that's why it was a good landing. See, I'll do it from right here. Did I even flare? I don't even know. Yeah, I think I did a little bit. Right there. Oh, not really. It's just barely. But at least I didn't bounce. Yeah, this is Orbix, Southern California, or California. Yeah, it is Southern California, huh? And I also have I think it's a custom Burbank airport as well. So it's actually much prettier than the regular Burbank here. Now let's do it again, but from the inside again, huh? Or let's see. Oh look, my instruments are all off now since I turned them off when I shut down. At least it still has all the other numbers and everything, the gauges. I've been hearing that there's a problem with the Zeebo lately, that if you do a replay after you land and you already put your parking brake and everything on, when you're doing the replay, the airplane just blows up and catches on fire. So from the inside it did look like I flared a little bit, but not very much. But still, it was a good landing anyway. Thank you, Bill. Is there another angle you guys want to see, or I think that's pretty much it, huh? Unless we just see one directly from like from the back. Yeah, maybe you can do that. Let me go. Oops. Yeah, that'll work. I'll just do it right there. So this is SoCal Ortho from Orbix. It looks pretty nice. I think the only thing right now, I don't have my number of world objects on maximum right now, because when I fly the Zeebo I really have to put them down quite a bit or my frame rates would be terrible. So it still looks okay like that, even though there's a lot of buildings that are missing. Oh, I should have taken off this other camera too, huh? Let me see, I can still take it off. I don't even know which one it is now. That one right there. Yeah, it was alright. Anyway, well, if nobody has any questions about the setup or anything, then I guess that will be it for this particular stream. Thank you all very much for joining me, and maybe I'll do this more in the future after the new year. And if I don't talk to any of you guys before the new year, then I wish everybody a happy one, and I really hope it's better than the one we just currently had, which I imagine it would be pretty hard for it to be worse. But once again, thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.